Okay, I think this works, right? Yeah? Okay. Maybe the mic is a little bit too loud. So, hello guys, welcome. Today we're gonna paint the Cyberpunk Neck. Finally. It's been a while. When did I start this? I think in January already. It's time. It's definitely time to do this. So, welcome. And let's see. I need my chat there somewhere that I can see it. I have it on my phone. Okay, that's good. So we're gonna switch the layout real quick. Obviously that you see less of my face and more of the stuff I'm doing. Where is it? I think it's that one. Let's see. Did it work? Yes. Good. Okay. Two brushes, plate for the colors. Some cardboard so that I don't get my table dirty and the first time painting. At least first time here. Some caffeine, of course. Okay. As some of you guys may have seen already yesterday on Instagram, I already primed it black, completely black. Some parts will stay black. And others will get their metal colors. Some red will be in there as well. But yeah, mainly it will be a black metal finish and a little bit of color. The Arasaka sign will be red. And yeah, the logo of course as well. The wires will be red, stay red, and I think I'm actually gonna leave the tubes as they are, meaning they will be green and see-through. So let's see how that'll look. I don't know. So let's start. First we gotta decide which will stay black. So I have all kinds of parts here. That is done with the new primer, which I actually don't like. It is way thicker than my last one, but now I just have to deal with it. And there's still some resin that comes off, but that's not a problem. So yeah, I'm not satisfied with the primer, but we're gonna work around it. Okay. I think the parts from the back of my neck some of them will stay black. But the tiny parts on the spine will be metal. So let's start with them maybe. Because those are the tiniest ones. If I mess those up at the very beginning, it's not that bad. Okay. Let's see. Do I wear gloves? I think at least on the left hand, because I have to hold the pieces I'm painting. There's so much resin left, man. Should have checked this yesterday. Oh no, that's actually not resin. This is the fucking thing. How do you say? The spray primer. That was melting down because you can't access a thin layer with this thing. It's so awful, and the access just dripped down. Okay, great. I hate this primer, man. Usually I'm using the one from Games Workshop, which you basically use for mainly use for how do you say, for the tiny figurines and stuff like this, for D&D and stuff like that. And this is perfect for cosplay. If your layer with the 2-component resin or something is already smooth, this will attach such a very thin layer of black. Will be perfect to work around on top of it with additional paint, with other paint, especially with metallic colors. Metallic colors pop a lot more actually if the base is black and not white. But yeah, what are we gonna start with? With metallic anthracite or metallic taupe? I think I want to keep it pretty dark. I think I'm going with anthracite, and I wanted to take some gloves. So let's get at least one for my left hand. Okay. So let's do this. Water's here, but I basically almost not gonna use it. Let's start with a thin first layer here. Also, I'm not sure if I should paint the background. Maybe I'll leave it black as well. Okay, let's see. It's gonna start somewhere, right? Okay. So obviously it won't be perfect with the first layer. We need at least three to four layers, I guess. We gotta start somewhere. Oh, the cardboard is... I need the cardboard, but it's annoying me a little. Okay. And it's okay if you can see the brush. How do you say? Brush strokes on the piece itself. At least for the first two layers. If you work like that, there's no way around it. I mean, it's not gonna cover up the black with the first layer. There's no way. I mean, if you have super expensive colors, yes. But I work with the cheapest actually. with the more or less cheapest colors I can find. Acrylic. I think it's not even oil based, it's water based. If I'm correct. So yeah. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. That's the very first layer. See, it won't cover the black. It doesn't. We gotta start somewhere, mate. Gotta start somewhere there. Okay. I already wiped it off. Great! My hands are too clunky, man. There you go. Okay, do we have some access paint here? Yeah. Let's get this off real quick. Maybe I need the knife for this. Where is my knife? There it is. Okay. Good. What about the other two? This looks okay. That one has some. This side as well. Okay. I think we're good. Let's do this. I don't need that one at the moment. Let's put it up there. Okay. These parts are too tiny for my hands, man. Too tiny. There you go. First layer doesn't need to be perfect, obviously. We're gonna paint around it, on top of it. Just make sure you have the color on, main color on where you want to go. I want to go metallic here, so it needs to have some metallic shades. Also make sure that you stroke the brush in the same direction you did before. As I said, we're gonna brush on top of it anyway. But you're gonna see still especially with metallic colors. You're gonna see the brush strokes a little. It's not an airbrush, man. It's something else when you do it with an airbrush, but I don't work with airbrushes. So there you go. Also make sure you get that color in these gaps, into these gaps, but not fill them with color. It's a balance you gotta find there. Am I still in the camera? Yes. Camera's far away enough. Basically see pretty much all the cardboard here. Yes. Okay. Again, at least the last few strokes there must be in the same direction than the last pieces there. There you go. Next. So far I didn't paint the back of the pieces. I think I'm actually gonna leave them black. Because they are attached, not attached to my skin, but they lay on my skin, so... I think it would be better. Also, I would only use waste paint, in my opinion, if I paint the background. I'm gonna decide that later on. Okay. See, it was a good thing that I'm using gloves. First 4 parts and my hands are already full. Wait. Next. Which ones? Also, I think I'm gonna put them back actually. I'm not gonna leave them here in the open. Yeah. It's gonna annoy me less with the new pieces. There you go. Okay. So these guys, for example, I'm gonna leave black. Pretty sure. This will be on the back of my neck. There will be the spine parts will be attached onto those, which I just painted. It'll give a nice contrast if you have a black background and metal looking parts on top of it. Also this one, the plate for my chest, I think I'm gonna leave this black in the background, but metallic on the top side. See, that's why I don't like the new primer. It attached so much paint in a microsecond that my choice was either to wipe it off or to leave it, and I left it on most pieces, and it's really wobbly. It's not a straight thin layer. It doesn't look good anymore. Really need my usual spray primer back, but it's sold out for like 2 months already. They are not able to produce more at the moment. It's super annoying. But yeah, gonna leave that one black. Gonna make that one metallic. It's gonna be covered in screws and stuff like that anyway. Also, this is masked. You can see it, but actually this is tape here. There are tubes, green tubes, see-through tubes behind this. think the completely destroyed parts, like this one here, maybe I'm gonna use some blood effects or rust effects. Even though it shouldn't have rust since it's Cyberpunk and you're actually connected, augmented with these parts on your skin, on your body. So there absolutely shouldn't be rust, of course. But I have to figure something out to go around this. Because now also if I'm trying to sand it or something, it's just gonna make it worse. So I have to work around it somehow. I actually tested the spray prime on other pieces before I used it here. It didn't seem that bad, but to be honest, I used flat warbler pieces and stuff like this. Nothing with details, and now where I'm using it on details, I can clearly see that. Yeah, it doesn't apply straight. It's applying way too thick. But yeah, that's it with cosplay. You also always have to figure out a way around stuff. Learn of your mistakes. Test a lot of products until you get there. So here again, try to stroke the brush as you did before, so that the metal parts will look the same at the end. You're not gonna see it right away, but if you look long onto the pieces, you'll see if it's brushed differently on each piece, or if it was done the same way, even on the first layer. Even if you go on top with other brush strokes on top, you're gonna see. Not right away, but you're gonna see. Okay, I think we're done with that one. First layer. I think I'm gonna leave this one black too. These are red ropes that's supposed to be looking like wires in the end that's gonna cover my throat. So you won't see any, how do you say, any skin, but you're gonna see all these ropes on top. You're gonna see on these pictures I put up there, you see this? The red rope's gonna cover my throat there, and these are masked here in tape. So I think I'm gonna let this stay black as well. Yeah. So what next? I think we're gonna start with these. So these are gonna be a little trickier. Maybe I have to change the brush, because some of the parts need to stay black. Like this part where the green is standing on, the green tubes. This is masked as well. There are 3 tubes, 3 green see-through tubes on there. Actually, at some points I probably have to cut them open, because it looks the thick primer layer also covered the tape real good or real bad. I have to say, I have to see if we are ripping off the base colors if we rip off the tape. So probably when I'm done with the first 2 layers, we probably have to open it up and look for ourselves. Maybe even we probably even have to check it after the first layer, because if we go on doing layers and we're gonna rip them off later, it's gonna be bad. Okay, let's see. So this part down here will stay black. These will be metallic. Also the parts in the tubes will probably be metallic. I need another brush. Where did I put the second one? There. Maybe I need even a tinier one. What are options here? I have a lot of fucking brushes, man. So something tiny. Maybe this. Oh, it's too stiff. That one. Goddamn, why are the tiny ones so stiff, man? Oh no, this is good. Okay. There you go. Put that one in water. Or just clean it real quick. Yep, good. So how do we do this? Black, black, black. The rest is metallic. Maybe this tiny part will stay black as well. Maybe black. Black, black. Metallic. Yes. Okay, let's do this. Oh, we need to stay with brush strokes as before. Again, obviously it won't cover it up at the first layer. We gotta be a little bit more precise than before, because we don't want to mess up the black layer down there, which will stay black. There you go. Like this, right? The sides, cutting the sides as well. Okay, I need to find this. Yes. Need to make some difference between the layers here. The top one here stays black. We need to color the sides of the first layer metallic as well. Don't see anything. There you go. It's gonna work. So I think the tubes, connection of the tubes will turn metallic as well, and the rest gonna stay black actually. Yes. long as it's masked, we can paint over the tubes, no problem. But as I said, probably have to remove the masking tapes after the first layer. Really need to see if we are ripping off the base there. Probably we will. Let's make those strokes like before, this way. Yes. There, fill in the gap, that little gap there. It wasn't quite even. I picked this, what do you say, the synth wave, oh my god, this word, synthetic wave, I think that's more like it. Synthetic wave playlist. I think it would match the theme a little better than my usual rock metal playlist, because it's cyberpunk and stuff, you know. Brush throws back there, but looking the same. Okay. Yeah. What about, is this black or is this metallic? I can't see it already. Turning old, man. Okay, I think that's better. This high chair isn't comfy at all. I'm working on a high table here. This is something weird. I used to work like 7 or 8 years on a normal table, and now I'm flat here in my how do you say? Like it's like a second workshop, but it's actually not because it's in my actual flat. But I'm working on a high table here, and it's weird. I have to get used to it. It's not really comfy yet. Maybe I'm getting used to it and it'll be fine, but when you do something for so long, you're getting used to it. Everything else feels weird then. Okay, let's cut it. Okay. Good. As I said, those are masks. We probably need to open it soon. Yeah, absolutely before the second layer. Absolutely, we need to make sure that it works. Guess we're gonna rip some stuff up. This is super sturdy, man. The edges are even covered in resin, I guess. Really need to take it off later. Okay, one down, second one. Don't forget the edges there. I mean, most parts stay black there, but don't want to mess up the edges. Because some of the layers are clearly metallic now. Okay. This is actually the part I hate most about cosplay. Painting. No. I think suing is even worse. I mean, there's so many talented people that can sue, but I could never, man. I could never. I mean, if I absolutely have to, like for the necromancy and stuff, I do it. I did sue that stuff myself. But I'm really trying to avoid it, man. And there's just no way around painting. I really try to make it as fast as possible without messing it up too much. Obviously. Also, we're gonna use the sponge and stuff later on, so if I messed up at some point, we're just gonna cover it up. There you go. The tubes as well, we said, yes. The red will really pop if the background is black. This will be very nice. Here we... Yeah, I absolutely need to take the mask down. My anxiety says I'm gonna rip off the color there. Pretty sure. But we're gonna know if I'll do it. After those two, it's actually just the biggest piece left. And then we are able to rip off the mask tape to see how bad the spray primer actually is. So. What about you guys? What do you love about cosplay? The finished product, the crafting, Do we like sewing more? Do we like crafting with thermoplastic or foam more? What is it? What do you enjoy the most? Like I said, for me it's clearly working with thermoplastics. The crafting part. I think if that would be an option, I would only craft. Like, never paint it. Never sew something, just craft props. And then, I don't know, at some point, somewhere in the future, leave the painting and stuff to someone else. I mean, that's actually how many cosplayers do it. Many good cosplayers. You're just not able to enjoy everything, I think, in my opinion. There's always something that's going on your nerves. You can't enjoy the whole thing about cosplay. I never met someone that said, oh yeah, I love everything. I love sewing, I love crafting with foam, I love crafting with wobbler, I love painting. There's no person like this. I know so many cosplayers, and I never met a single person that said I love everything about cosplay. There's always something that's going on your nerves. If it is sewing, if it is crafting, something. Most of the time it's probably the stuff you're not good at yet. Or you just want to. Or you just don't want to do for some reason. Meaning you can always train and make your way around it. And at some point, if you get better and better, maybe you start to enjoy it. But still, even if you do, you can't do this for everything. Also, we lack time, man. Most of us lack a lot of time. Because most of the cosplayers either enjoy, it clearly depends where they're coming from. If they're book cosplayers, they clearly want to have their time to read books. If they're video game cosplayers, they want to play video games from time to time instead of doing cosplay. Also, most of us still work is a real job. A real job. I don't want to say real job like. Hello there. Super chatted. I think that's our first super chat. Hello there. How are you, man? Making the character from a video game or film a reality. That's why I love cosplay. Okay. I mean, I get your point, yeah. This is so cool. Seeing something in 2D or in a movie or something like this. I mean, you can also see it in 3D actually by now. But seeing something on a piece of paper or on a screen, and you can actually bring it to life. This is so cool, right? This is so cool. And thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you very much, mate. But yeah, that's clearly also what I loved, what most of us love. Bringing something to life that you enjoy. Otherwise, I mean, in your free time, seeing a video game character, something like this that you love to do or love to see on the screen, and then be able to be it yourself. This is so cool. Okay, I think we're good with those parts. let's jump to the next. Now we're gonna do the biggest one, because the first layer for the others are already good. As I said, these are masked here, so I clearly cut in there. I'm gonna rip off the tape afterwards, just to see how bad the primer was. Yeah, it's gonna be a mess, man. It's gonna be a mess, but let's see, just to show you. See? There's a see-through green tube underneath. It's gonna look pretty good, and also here we're having the red wires beneath there. We get all kinds of different textures and looks here. Materials. Also there are like 100 screws missing. Yeah, it's the best, especially the big cosplays. Don't even know how it's all made. Yeah, a lot of big cosplayers use a lot of different materials, like I'm trying to do here again, just to give it more texture, more. It looks more real if you're not just using foam, or there are like there are a lot of cosplayers just for the price to keep it cheap. They're gonna use just foam, which is awesome, but you're losing a lot of texture and flexibility and stuff if you avoid using, like I used here, ropes and tubes and all kind of stuff. I mean, of course, depending on the cosplay. If you do a medieval cosplay, you don't need tubes and stuff. You rather go for fake leather and stuff like this. So let me grab the next piece real quick. So that will be the biggest part here. Also here you can see how the spray paint worked perfectly on this part, like it was a thin layer, and it messed up on other parts like this, where it gets bumpy. But we just have to work around it. Okay. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Never doubted you, mate. Never doubted you. So the sign and the logo will be red. And here we're gonna add some more metal parts, I guess, which will stay. I think top one will be metallic. This one will be black. This will be metallic again. Maybe the see-through tube, there are tubes again down there. The background will be black, but the main part will be metallic looks. Let's see, gotta start somewhere here. Okay, hope you can see this, yeah, pretty much. So let's start metallic here. Got a problem with the primer. Yeah, I used a new primer because mine is sold out globally, more or less. They don't produce it or can't produce it at the moment, and I used that primer for since I can think back, and I was so, how do you say, it was my favorite one. Back then, where I started, I tested like five black primers, and I found the perfect one, which is also pretty cheap to get actually, but you can't get it anymore because of the pandemic and stuff. Yeah, that's when I had to try new ones, and the best out of these three I chose is still not as good as the last one. And is more expensive actually, even. So that's super messed up. It costs like 2 times the price. And it's at least 2 times worse. So I don't see the good deal here. It's so messed up. Because yeah, I used the Chaos Black from Games Workshop. Now I have to use like the adding black primer or locally made black primers, and those aren't as good. But that's what we have at the moment. Okay. Oh fucking god, it's Rexstorm. I work at a paint shop, so I know it's hard to find a perfect one. Some like it's like with a thick coat, some thin, and so on, yeah. But especially with details like this, like the Arasaka logo and stuff like this, it needs to be as thin as possible. And I'm not gonna lie, the one I used yesterday is 3 times as thick, as at least 3 times as thick. And I had to wipe it off on this part because when I sprayed on it, like a microsecond, you couldn't see the letters anymore. They were completely covered. And obviously, if you're gonna use spray primers that are meant for collectors figurines and stuff like this, for D&D figurines and stuff, they have so tiny details that those primers are actually perfect for cosplay as well. At least for detailed parts like these. But funny enough, all the paint shops, the local paint shops and stuff we have here, don't have those, never have those in stock, because they are like, nah, these colors are bullshit, man. We have better colors. We know a lot of better colors. I mean, for the work that they do, that might be right. Completely understand. They are professionals. They need to paint like walls, furniture and stuff like this, and not cosplay. Completely get where they're coming from. But cosplay, man. I actually collect my paints from shops that are selling these Warhammer D&D figurines and stuff like this, and not from actual paint shops. But yeah, they all ran out of this Chaos Black I'm normally using. And I also checked the countries around me, like Germany and stuff like this. It's completely sold out everywhere. Okay. Guess we have to paint this one too in metallic. But we leave the very background here black. What do you, by the way, what do you mean by Rextorm? What is this? Is this a brand or what? We mainly sell primers that are put with a paintbrush or roller. Oh, okay. So like gesso and stuff like this, in that case. I used to start with gesso. But yeah, also that is way too thick. If you work with gesso for cosplay, especially for thermoplastic, you have to sand it afterwards. And if I have the option to get a good spray prime, I'm not putting in the additional effort to sand it after priming. Probably prime it again, sand it again, just to get the smooth finish in the end. Because you can work around it. Rextorm. It's like Rage Storm, but in Croatia they shortened it, dumbed down my nickname. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh my god, I'm dumb as hell. That is your nickname. The font on the chat on the phone doesn't do a difference. The font looks exactly the same. So on the phone it looks like every time you type something in, you put in before, oh my god, it's Rextorm, and what you said. Now I'm getting that is. Just now I'm getting that is your nickname. Oh my god, I'm sorry, mate. I thought like you were typing in, oh my god, it's Rextorm every single time there. Yeah, the chat on the phone doesn't look good. You can clearly see it on the on my layout, because your nickname has a different color. But it doesn't do that on the phone actually. But good to know, it came from Rage Storm, okay? So do you do cosplay as well? Are you a cosplayer as well? Or are you just interested because you are working in a paint shop? We need to get beneath there, but everything looks metallic. This position. Okay. Yeah. Also, brush strokes again. Make sure that they still look the same. Not really cosplay, but cosplay for computers, like editing and painting computers. Oh, cool. So like the towers itself in that case. So the hardware, obviously. That's cool. So you do kind of some, how do you say? Do you work around themes, around topics like let's do a cyberpunk computer tower, or maybe even a character like, oh yeah, my computer will look like it would be from the Chia clan or something like this. Everything gonna be black and red and white. Or what? How do I have to imagine this? What did you do already? What are the topics, the themes you work around? Weird 7 here will get a metal finish as well. So it's popping. Not really big builds, like adding parts, more like just painting and adding decals. Okay, I'll send it to you in your Insta. Okay, do that. Gonna look at it as soon as I'm done with the stream here. So on those decals and stuff, do you design them yourself on the PC and print them, or do you order them and add them? Because this would be cool too, designing your own stickers, decals and stuff like this. Okay, this is... I think we're going with a theme like this, right? There you go. Like, these will be metallic here. This will stay black. The second layer of 7 there will stay black. The part underneath the tube will stay black, but the main parts will be metallic here. What else? Let's do the other side first before we decide how to go on the back side there. Oh, I need some caffeine. There you go. Okay. So where do we start? We started around here last time. Let's do this again. Talk to you later, got to go to work now. But nice chatting and nice stream. Hey, see you later, man. Have a nice work day and enjoy your day. And thank you again for the super chat. Bye. Okay. Gonna apply it. Metallic colors here. There you go. I actually have to add alerts for, not alerts, but section down there for super chat. I didn't count that in. That was the first one. It was kind of surprising. I mean, it is like only the second live stream here, so I'm still figuring out how YouTube works. Because it's clearly different from Twitch again. And even Twitch, I'm doing like for, what, a month? No, even 2 months now already, damn. But Twitch just works completely different. I mean, they are working with bits, emotes, rating, hosting, all kind of stuff. And the thing, YouTube doesn't have any of those, but apparently they have super chat with what Twitch doesn't have. So clearly have to add this to my overlay next time before I stream next time. Because the least I can do is show off your name and the amount you spent. Because this is going back into my cosplay again. And I appreciate it a lot, so you gotta at least show it off, right? I only did this thing for the donations because someone already donated. So I'm clearly adding adding stuff to the overlay if something new happens. There's no reason adding everything all at once if it didn't happen yet. Because the overlay would be empty. It would look dumb. I don't know if there would be empty squares on the overlay. But with your names on it, we personalize it, right? Okay. Yeah. Almost hinted into that black part there. Gotta make sure that brush strokes still good there. It's get kind of annoying if it's pieces are that tiny or that thin. It's kind of hard to paint it. I mean, I totally see it if people see it when people are using airbrush. It's so much, I don't say easier, but it applies better, smoother. But also, you gotta mask every single layer every time you're airbrushing something, and I don't know if I have the patience for that. Also, cleaning the airbrush is a mess. I used to have one like years and years and years back. I think probably the first or second year I started cosplaying, I was like, oh, everyone's gonna use airbrush. It looks so good. I have to do it as well. Yeah, it's actually me. I used it like 2 or 3 times and it was broken. Because even though I asked the staff there how to properly clean it and stuff like this, how to fill it up, how to mix the colors and everything, how to thin it down, didn't work for me. So maybe I have to learn from someone else. Maybe I have to look at tutorials or something. Because I'm clearly a noob in airbrush. Only to follow the instructions they gave me at the spot. So sad that it's broken down so fast. I mean, first it's money, and second it's hopes that are gone. I mean, I really hoped it to be like smooth finishes from now on, so cool and everything. Then I failed hard. Yeah. Maybe I'm going back to it at some point. Because it's clearly, the finishes are clearly better if you don't see brush strokes on your pieces. Also with the shading and everything, this looks so neat what people are able to do nowadays. So fascinated by other people's work all the time. Most people most people that I know see cosplay as a competition, to be honest. But I don't see it this way. It's a hobby, man, and I mean, of course, for some it is their job already, and there we also see they have to draw a line and make money out of it. But for me, it's still a hobby. I mean, a super expensive hobby, obviously. But still feel like it's something that we still didn't completely figure out yet. There's always new stuff to come, there's always new stuff to learn. Always one guy or one woman that is doing something completely new out of materials we used for 10 or 20 years. And they just think differently and are like, yeah, I'm gonna use that and that like this. And there's someone around the corner is like, yeah, but that is not supposed, you're not supposed to use it like that. Then she or he will be like, I don't care, I'm gonna do it. And they actually figure out something completely new and everyone is like, hey, this is cool. Yeah, actually has a point there. This is why I love cosplay. There's always new stuff to learn, always new stuff to see, to try. Always new materials. I mean, I'm clearly lost in thermoplastics though, and I probably always will. It will be and stay my main material to use, because I just love it. Possibilities. Also, I have a shitload of it. I mean, not like 100% usable sheets of Warbler, but scraps. I have like a bathtub of scraps, and I can actually reuse those for making new masks and stuff, because I really like modeling with Wobbler scraps by now. Also that, I wasn't able to do it when I started. I was like having a styropor head laying around. I was using my scraps over it and I was like, yeah, now we have a base face structure. What are we gonna do with it? Then I was coming up with all kinds of stuff, like maybe some of you guys saw already. Skeleton heads, I mean skull heads like this. The Hanya masks, Yoshimitsu mask, all kinds of stuff. Oh, now I did that one metallic. I wanted to keep that one black. God damn. I wanted to keep this section black because of the sign here. Now we gotta do it in metallic. Or maybe you gotta just change it, because I wanted also to have this in a black background because of the logo, and this on the black background because of the sign here, the letters. So maybe we just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Huh. figure this out real quick. My brain is rotating. The gear wheels. Do you see my gear wheels up here? They're rotating. So clearly I will leave these two black here and gonna continue with metallics here. How do we solve this? Because these are not on the same places here. Yeah, let's stick with the metallic. I already started like this. Let's do this metallic too. That'll still look okay. Aura. Hello there, Danny McFly. How are you, man? You found your way on YouTube. What the fuck? Did you actually do YouTube videos? Can't remember if I checked those out. Yeah, I did. Holy hell, but it's been a while. How are you, mate? Ready for streaming later? I already hate it. What do you hate it? What do you hate? What do you hate about it? About what? Having to scroll down to chat is the worst. Okay. What? You have to scroll down the whole chat to no. There's no way, right? I mean, I never saw an actual YouTube live stream. I can't even tell. Can't even tell how it's like. But they're still doing their best to improve everything. I mean, it's gonna take them some months, obviously. But I think they're getting somewhere. Also, there are like big names like Harris Hell and stuff like this that are completely given up on Twitch. So I want to, as dumb as it sounds, I want to be on both boats. I want to be on Twitch and on YouTube and see who's gonna survive the war. What? No, the chat is below the video, not beside it. Terrible design. You can switch to a small player to have it besides the video, but that takes more than half of the video away. Okay, that sounds awful, to be honest. That does sound terrible. So where are we going here? This one needs to be... yeah. Sections in between need to be metallic, the others need to be black. I have currently a synthetic wave playlist going on. That would be matching your overlay on Twitch as well, mate. I mean, you clearly having your playlist open and let people choose. But with your overlay, that would actually work really well. Also, it's how do you say? It's copyright free, so you could do your future videos and stuff in cuts with this music. Like the chat window is almost the same. Chat window is almost the same white as the video of the small player. Damn. So 50-50. 50-50 chat and video. That really does sound terrible. But this is only the version for the smartphone? I guess so, right? Smartphone and tablet probably. And it still kind of works for PC or not? Or is PC just as terrible? I really need to take a look into live streams on YouTube. I mean, I just started like this without knowing much. Also, previously, like some minutes ago, like, yeah, it was already 50 minutes ago or something, someone super chat and I was like, what is happening? Because this doesn't exist on Twitch. All confused. But clearly Twitch has everything else, like emotes, raids, hosts, bits, subscriptions, which you pay. So YouTube has like one thing where Twitch has like 5 other things. No, I'm on PC. Oh shit, okay. And it's a widescreen too. Look at the size of chat and then look at it, the empty space. Damn. That sounds terrible, man. I really hope YouTube is figuring this out. I mean, they're already buying off pretty huge names from Twitch. And some big names, like I said, Harris Hell and stuff like that, Alpha Gaming, did it by himself without waiting for YouTube. He was a pretty big name on Twitch there for at least 2 years. Now it was like, nah, YouTube's gonna win this war. Alone for discoverability, like making tags and stuff that you can actually browse through. And not like people with the most views will be on top. You can actually get some pretty good tags on YouTube and search for the stuff you actually want to see. Apparently. As I said, I didn't check it out. I should look into it more. No links here either, for fuck's sake. Send it to you via PM on FB. Okay. What did you send me? Look at... Oh, probably a screenshot. Okay. Poor Danny. He always wants to send me links and I never let him. Poor guy. So what about you, Danny? What are you streaming today? Are you... I guess you're still painting, right? You're still painting World of Warcraft armor? On Twitch you also can search for tags. I always go for the cosplay tab, also not the people with most views are on top on Twitch. It's randomly selected. Oh, okay, I see. But if I understood it correctly, you can have multiple tags on YouTube, which you can't have on Twitch. Meaning you can, for example, type in Kureji cosplay painting and you will find exactly the stuff you're looking for. And on Twitch you can only add, yeah, cosplay or yeah, painting or what else. But I could be wrong. I tend to be wrong in this stuff because I have no idea what I'm talking about as soon as it comes to streaming. Still a newborn. I mean, you did it years back, right? You already started years back. But for me it's like still Feel like a baby streamer. I will paint this armor for the rest of my life. You can have 7,000 tags on Twitch, okay? Just 7,000. What about, what is it when I'm adding one additional tag, like 7,001? What happens then? Twitch going down? Will it delete itself? F cosplay, crafting, English painting, creative. Yeah, I mean, you have those tags in your description, but can you also look for them at the same time? I know that you can have all of those tags in the description, but can you look for them in the browse section? Like, can I type in there cosplay, crafting, English painting, creative, and and have one of you? Yes, you will delete the internet. Okay. That makes sense. I mean, also if I put my internet browser into the garbage can of my screen, like, how do you say that? The Papierkorb, then the internet will shut down for everyone, right? Just because I threw my browser into the garbage can of my screen. I think that works like that, right? Also, if you delete my PC folder, your PC just gonna self-destruct. At least I think that's how it works. Yes. Okay. Jesus, I applied way too much paint. We were good with the half of it. But I wasn't sure where we're going, which parts we would do metallic and which parts we do black. So I need some parts red here. These Arasaka sign, the letters and the logo. Gonna do that real quick, and then we're gonna unmask the tubes already. Because I have a suspicion that the new primer, the thick primer, is fucking up my layers. So I have to demask it, see if some layers are destroyed, some base layers, the black layers, and if they are, we have to restart painting this first layer, which sucks. But better to control it now than after I'm done with all layer. That would be even worse. So we need some red. Maybe a popping one first, and then a darker one in the end. This is almost orange. It's that bright. So only a drop. It's still metallic. Okay, it's better. Yeah, why did I do that? My brain doesn't work sometimes. There you go. Really, the first layer won't cover it at all, especially the red here. But we want to go with a dark color anyway. Just have to brighten it up first. Just to make it pop a little more in the end. It's too much. This is super thin. The Arasaka sign is a super thin layer, which I designed and printed myself. It's too much paint again. Holy hell. This is not made for my hands, man. This is... Sometimes I feel like I have claws if it comes to details like this. Like a crab trying to use a knife. Right? That's how it feels like. Oh no, fuck that. I need a needle there. Okay, that's better. Damn it. So tiny. So tiny. Okay, we almost got it. As soon as I have this, we're gonna demask the parts and see how screwed up it is. How screwed up first layer is and how we gonna fix it. There you go. Clearly need to do the logos. Well, this one needs to pop a little more. Well, I'm gonna paint this with like a ruby red. Tiny parts. Oh no. For me, this is hell. This is my personal hell. Hands are not made for this, man. Okay, I'm clearly ripping off the first layer here. Let's leave it like that. Okay. Get rid of the tape now. See how bad it is. Or how good, but probably how bad. we need a knife. Where did I put it? There it is. Okay. We're gonna start with parts that are already dry, of course. So let's see. This one. These two. Yeah. Let's start with those three. How bad will it be? How bad could it be? Let's see if we're even able to get it off. Also, I don't need my gloves for this. It's not cutting for shit. Okay, this one isn't that bad. There's only a corner that isn't black. Gonna have to repaint this one. Also, what is this? Is this resin? Yeah. This is resin. Yeah. Okay, but behind, since it's behind the wires, it doesn't matter. No one will ever see this. I mean, you guys did. But gonna keep quiet, right? So there you go. That's so useful that I have a basket right on my feet there. And away you go. Yeah, also here, it's mainly behind the wires. It's not black at all. I need to repaint this one. But this doesn't seem... okay, yeah. Also a tiny part there. You can obviously see I never needed to mask my props before. Because normally if I have different materials going on other than thermoplastic, I'm just gonna add them after I'm done painting. But these parts required it to be attached in before to work as I want them to be attached as I want them to in the end. So yeah, there you go, a lot of wires going on, a lot of ropes. It's not as bad. Could be worse, could be better, could be worse. Okay. This will cover my throat in the end, so you don't see actual skin on the throat part in the, here. It will be like this somehow. You can imagine that. I mean, you can see in the picture up there how it should look like in the end, or how it already looked before I painted it, more or less. So, I'm gonna demask those as well. Let's see how bad it is. Okay, the wires are pretty okay. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. I think the main problem will be the tubes. I think the tubes will be all messy, covered in resin and primer. Well, let's see. Maybe it's not as bad as I think it is. So, how do we do this? I need to cut this open. Okay, we're getting this somewhere. Okay, hey, the green is really popping with this black, man, damn. I like the color scheme there, color scheme. Even though it's not the original one. I mean, the red and black, yes, the metallic, yes. But there's nowhere, there are no green tubes in the original art. And I was like, yeah, I want this. I need this. For some reason. Okay. This isn't as bad. I imagine it to be worse, to be honest. So far, at least. This is okay. Yeah. Also, the paint doesn't stick to the tube. That's pretty practical. You can just scratch it off a little. Obviously, not scratch it that bad that it's visible scratch in the end. There you go. Look at this. This is pretty nice. The color contrast between the green, the red, black, metallic. Kinda like it. Right? I get to rip these off. Ooh, this will be a little bit more complicated here. Obviously, as soon as I'm done demasking it, I think I have to mask it again. Properly paint it. Just wanted to make sure that the resin and the primer didn't fuck it up too bad. And if I have to go and use first layer beneath the tubes, for example, which I clearly have to in some small parts like below those here. You can barely see it, especially if you look from above. But if you look into the sides here, it's not black there. I ripped it off with a tape, and that's what I was afraid of. But still, this is the better option than having resin on the tubes. Because paint is another thing. Paint is removable without a problem. But removing resin from a plastic tube, man, it won't be see-through in the end if you're gonna remove it with alcohol or something. You would do more damage than actually help it, so I'm okay with the outcome. But yeah, as I said, we need to do a lot more painting and the new masking tape. Ooh, this part is a little bit worse. Okay, we're getting through it. We will get it done. There you go. Ah, nice. Okay, there's one part left in these. Look at this. This is going smooth here. This one went smooth away too. Only one single part here. Nice. That was good. Okay. Let's see. Some resin. Need to build it off. Okay. So there's clearly some few parts that were masked and that I need to cut a little better with the brush, with another paint. But it isn't as bad as I thought. It isn't as bad. Need to go buy food. I don't want to go outside. I already did this in the morning. I'm good. But yeah, I get where you're coming from, man. Just order food then. I mean, it would be, probably would be pricey, but I don't know if that's a big problem for you at the moment. You're probably not as irresponsible with money with not as irresponsible with money as I am. Clearly had to buy the new Nier Replicant game right on day one again. Couldn't resist. Had to have it. Worst part is, actually, Nier Automata is one of my favorite games of all time, and I didn't even play the games that before. So like Replicant, I think there was like one title called Gestalt and stuff like this. I never played those. Feels bad. A good thing they did a remake and now I'm able to play it. To be perfectly honest, it started kind of weak. I mean, the music and stuff on Nier Replicant is breathtaking, man. What the hell? But the story and everything started weaker than Automata, in my opinion. But let's see where it goes. I already had some time jumps there. Oh, you have no food left. I need to buy food so I can survive the weekend. How do you even need... let me get something straight. If I got you right with your diet and everything, you always eat the same food, man. If I would do it like you, I would get myself a freezer and just get myself a supply of a month or something. Okay, we're getting there. Maybe I need no, do I need to add a third color? I mean, I'm painting in black and metallic, and tubes and wires are green and red, but do I need to have a third paint option? Okay, I see. The tiny parts like the Arasaka stuff and is red. But I mean, like for the, what do you say? For the build itself, for the thermoplastic parts. I need to see it collected in the end to determine if I need another color or not. Maybe some blue or purple parts would work as well. But it would be too colorful in the end, maybe. I have to see it collected. Assembled. That's what I was looking for. The word I was looking for, assembled. There's some resin, but it pops off pretty good. I got a supply for a week, 8 days to be exact. Okay, but that requires you to go shopping on the weekend where everyone is shopping, or what? You should time it better, in my opinion. I try to go shopping like in the middle of the week and pretty soon in the morning, so don't have to interact or see people. I mean, nothing against people, obviously, but we're still in a pandemic, and I'm still trying to avoid people as good as I can. But this is gonna be a little bit more difficult now that I'm heading back to work next week. Kind of wondering, after half of a year, man. After half a year, how I'm doing at work. Because it will be a mess right away. I'm a chef. 100% chef. But I'm not able to go back to my restaurant. Have to work somewhere else for at least a month, because my restaurant can't really open yet. So I'm working outdoors in a tent. But fancy tent with high cuisine, everything, but still. We are booked out for 3 months already, and it only goes on for 3 months. After that, the whole tent thing closes down again. I wonder how we'll do, and if we are able to stay open and not getting into another lockdown. Actually, it moves by 1 day every week, so 5 out of 7 weeks I shop during the week. Okay. You actually do it consistent like that, man. Damn. Well, now that I have to go back to work, I'll obviously add more shopping days again. Since I live, my flat, it's really close to the biggest railway station here in town. So they are also my main shopping options. So if I have to walk through the railway station and get to the train anyway, probably grab something to eat there if I need something, because mainly I'm gonna eat at work. But yeah, we will see as soon as I'm getting back. I live 5 minutes away of my supermarket, so whatever. I live 1 minute from my favorite pizza place in town, 1 minute from a burger place, and 1.5 minutes from the biggest grocery stores. So yeah, everything is pretty close here. Also 2 minutes to the biggest railway station. Everything is pretty close here. Damn, you've never been here, Danny, right? I mean, I've been to your places. I mean, not your place, but obviously, but in Austria, Vienna and stuff like this. But you've never been in Switzerland, not as I know of. Have you been in Switzerland already? For cons? I haven't been in Switzerland. Damn, that's what I thought. You need to come here, man. I mean, it's not a good time now, obviously, because pandemic and all. But you gotta visit sometime. No one has invited me. Oh no. So feel invited, man. I mean, in my flat here, I can only guarantee you a couch, but it's better than nothing, right? I'm like a vampire, so you either don't sleep or you sleep through the day, and I need to prepare, how do you say, a grave? I can't come if I'm not invited, yeah. Okay. As I said, I'm also planning camping again, and since you have so many days, oh yeah, I remember you don't like camping. But I'm already planning my next camping trip, since we need to have some holidays, real holidays, away from my apartment. Probably going camping with a German friend of mine. Last year we were in the Italian part of Switzerland. And camping still works, man. I mean, you are out in nature, or at least at the lake and not too close to people. I mean, on camping places you're still around of people, but you have way enough room to avoid each other. So camping is still an option, even in the pandemic. Also, the bars are opening again since when? Monday? So almost an entire week already. But not like the bars inside, you're only able to enjoy drinks outside. But still, at least we have the option. Everything was closed down here for 6 months. The whole gastronomy wasn't working, or wasn't allowed to work. And now we are back after 6 months, man. Okay. This is better than I thought, right? I really thought we have a completely messed up first layer because of the masking. But it wasn't that bad. They didn't do it that bad. So I demasked everything, every part. And it's not as bad as I thought. Okay. Maybe I need to add another color scheme again. Maybe I need some more metal parts, because it looks too dark so far. But we are getting somewhere. I like the contrast of the green and the black, especially also of the red parts. I probably need more, do more metallic stuff. Maybe another shade, a brighter or a darker shade of metallics, to make a difference, but so that it doesn't appear that dark. Okay, gonna buy food. See you later. Okay, bye, Danny. Have fun buying food and enjoy your meal afterwards. So, how are we doing? We're already 2 hours in, man. Damn. What else? So, these are not all parts. We have some else. Get more. Oh, there is one left. I missed one. There is one part left that I have to demask. This one. The most messed up part because the primer wasn't working at all. And this one was the worst. Let's see. Cut here. Yeah. Okay. So far it's not that bad. At least the tubes. The rest is completely the rest of this part is completely messed up. See, there you have like blobs, which is even showing like it was used to. Maybe you have to cut this away. No, I can't even. But it's gonna be covered in screws, so like you see on the picture up there. So it won't be as bad as it looks now. Even though we can't help ourselves against this fucking first layer. Still hate the primer, man. As I said, I made test pieces, but not on detailed pieces like this. Just too thick. Way too thick. Okay, we can remove this pretty good. The tubes are safe. All the tubes seem to be safe and still look good. So that isn't bad. Yeah. Good. Okay. But I think we need to do more metallic parts, yeah. We're not gonna stay with that much black. I mean, obviously, usually I'm going for black schemes because I just like it to be dark. We're going for another shade of metal. Maybe with the dark metal, with the, I don't even know how you say it in English. It's kind of like an onyx, gray, anthracite. Metallic anthracite. It's slightly, it's darker than this version. So let's see. Where do we start? Let's put this all back. We have to mask it first. I guess we have to do another mask first. All those parts. So we're gonna grab some tape. Bum, 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 bum. Let's do this easiest one first, for no reason at all. Okay. Need to cut it properly so that we are able to paint it still. At least the corners there. Yes, like this. So the rope are completely covered, but I'm able to properly paint it afterwards because I didn't cut the masking tape as good as I should have at some points. Make sure it's really, the ropes are really covered there. I mean, it's not as bad if I do it like this and you still have stuff to be left painting. It's better than if the ropes really get the paint, because you can't fix the rope afterwards, but you can always fix the other parts. We don't even need to go that far down. We're not spraying anymore, so that's good already. And gone. So next. How do we do this? Still went in like that, I think. Whoa, the tape is clearly too big. Yes. Really get into the corners there. You want to still be able to paint the background. There, really push it in there. Yeah, ripped off too much there. It's clearly no job for my hands, man. Okay, but we will make it somehow. There you go. Okay. Side two. Yes. Cover this one. Okay. Nice. Nice. Here it's starting to bother me. Let's tie it. There we go. Use! Okay, this is done. At least masking. Biggest one. It's only one tube to cover. But it's still a mess since the tiny corners here keep ripping off too much tape. There you go. I have to see what to cut out there. I think it's here, yeah. This. And some here. Like this, huh? Do we get it? Yes. Can we push that underneath? No. We need to cut it. Push this one onto the tube. Yes. Cutting that one as well. Damn, push it. Oh, it works actually. Okay, good. Good. This part too. Cutting here. This is a little bit closer than topside weather. Okay. Wanted to go here and cut through. There you go. Okay, one side down. Side. Do we get it? I think so. Yes. Oh, my bag is starting to kill me. Push it in there. It's always the same thing. The people that are complaining of back pains and stuff are most of the time doing something wrong. And here it's clearly, for me, working on the high table. I have to bow down all the time. I mean, I also have a high chair, but it just isn't the same thing as a normal table, normal chair. Height difference just doesn't match. That's the way I used to do on my other workshop. You gotta work with what you have, right? Because currently we're not in my workshop, actually in my private flat. Because of Rona! Just to save more travels, because my workshop is actually in another village. Okay. We got this. Yes. What else? These two. Then we're done with masking again. Piece of tape there. There you go. Wires. More wires. Okay, this works. The 3 tubes, and then we're good to go. We need to go for another metallic paint. I'm going for the darker one, but just so we can do more or less every part of them in a metallic look and not go with black. I would really love the contrast between black and green and red and everything, but it's just a tick too dark. Black is too dark. Does that make sense? In my head it does. So we need to go for an anthracite, metallic anthracite, onyx, something like this. So yeah, let's mask it up. We're almost done with masking. Only these tubes here. Oh, actually, we need to paint underneath there. How do I treat this? This is here as well? Yeah. Ah. Probably have to mask them separately and try to spray into there. It's gonna be a mess. But you can clearly see the warbler color, not the black and beneath there. Yeah, let's not mask it then. Or just mask the... No. My brain. My brain is in denial. Let's mask the long one here. Okay, I think that works. Let's go right like that. Yes. What do we do about those? I feel like we're not going in with the tape. Just do it top side, so we're still able to spray in between. So we actually need to do them separately now. More or less like this. Got in here. Would you cut, please? Yes. There you go. Going in there. Yes, this is exactly how I wanted it. So we are able to spray on top of it, but it would only go into the gap and not onto the tubes. Hey there, Squishy Sushi, how are you? You found your way onto YouTube, what? How are you today? There, that's how I pictured it. That's how I pictured it. Yes. Do the same one for those as well. You really cut in there so we keep that gap here. Definitely remembering this masking technique in the future. Never thought to use an X-Acto knife. I always use tiny pieces of tape. Oh, okay. I mean, tiny pieces of tape would make sure you have a little less waste, of course. But I'm actually, with my hands, have no chance to get a grip of these tiny tape parts. There you go. Ha. we're good here. Yes. See, we still have that gap. This gap is important here because we need to spray into it. Because of the lighting, you can't actually see it, but it still is the color of the Wobbler color, the brown color. But I want to spray into it like black and metallic colors, so this works like that. Okay, cool. This is exactly how I pictured it. Need to do this on the other part as well, and then we're good to go with another metallic layer. Was a different one. Lol, yes, I would have missed your stream if my sister hadn't woken me up. I finally get to catch a cosplay stream. Damn, she had to wake you up like that. What time is it at your place? I think you're from New York, right? So it must be what we have like 2 o'clock here. Can it be that it is like 6 a.m. at your place? Is that possible? No way, right? It's 8:22, okay. Yeah. That's a reasonable time to wake up. That's okay. Otherwise I would have felt bad if it would have been like 6 a.m. or something. But 8 a.m. is still is good. It's good. I mean, for you it is weekend though. Huh. I'm not used to this the structure of weekends. Because otherwise the lockdown, I would never have weekends since I'm a chef. So guess they're kinda holy for you guys, right? I think I didn't have a proper weekend other than in holidays or in lockdown, obviously, since like 11 years. So I don't know how it feels like. I'm just used to it. Normally I have different days off every week. So one week it will be like Tuesday and Thursday, the next week it will be like maybe a Sunday one time, but definitely not with a Saturday, so maybe Sunday and Wednesday, something like that, right? They don't even have to be exact, don't even have to be close to each other, so they can really pick the days up which they want. Oh, completely ripped this apart. Wanted to cut it. Need to. Goddamn. Yeah, need to redo this one. Accidentally ripped it. But yeah, you see what I mean. Not used to weekends. As soon as I go back to working, streaming will be a mess too. Just have to look out for those notifications then. My uncle came over to plant some things and she was here to help. She called me at 7:30 and told me she was outside. Oops. And she waited for like almost an hour. No way, right? She had the key or something, or did she actually waited an hour? Damn. Do you leave her in the rain? It's good and bad. Everyone has weekends off, so you probably get to enjoy things when everyone is at work. Yeah, not really. I mean, gym and doing groceries is chill. If most of the other peoples are at work, obviously. But other stuff, like you can't have friendships or stuff like that. Like local friendships, since every time I'm working, they are working. Every time I'm working, they have like days off, and the other way around. So if they have weekends, I'm definitely working on weekends, and not just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be back at home at 5 or 6 p.m. No, gonna be home like 11 p.m. And the other day I'm gonna be gonna have to be fit on 8 a.m. work again, or even sooner, 7 a.m. So yeah, it's not perfect, but it's this thing I chose, and I'm still good with it. Just not ideal for hobbies, friendships, and stuff like this. There you go. Let's get it in there. No, I woke up and got dressed, half asleep. I came back inside to check if you were streaming. Oh, okay, cool. And there I was, trying to mask tiny tubes with my claws here. Okay. Actually, we're gonna do a tiny break real quick. Someone's calling me. So see you in like 2 minutes, guys. So we're already back. Sorry guys, someone had to call me. I'm getting a delivery afterwards. and they're gonna be here in around 20 minutes, I guess, so I have to make another break then. Well, let's see how far we'll get until then. Really want to make at least finish the masking, which we are done in a few minutes here. And maybe even start with one of the colors. Pretty sure we're gonna start with the anthracite. It's metallic anthracite. Where is my phone now? I was following the chat on my phone. This is suboptimal there. Okay. Wait. How long have you been streaming for today? So far we are like 2.5 hours in. 2.5 hours. No shorm break. No, it's another layout. This is what I come back to. I'm disappointed. Lol, hide ending high squishy. Yeah, okay. You still have your shorm break on Twitch, man. Even though it doesn't say shorm break, but it's you're still messing with my font. What time do we have? Oh, okay, it's already 2:30 here. 2 a.m. 2 a.m. 2 p.m. I mean. So yeah. Let's see how far we'll get. True. But at some point I probably have to change it on Twitch as well, because it's annoying me if you keep saying it. And you know that it's annoying me. That's why you enjoy it. Jesus, yesterday. No, actually today. It was like 4 a.m. in the morning. 4 a.m. in the morning. People downstairs were like partying still. And the music was actually almost shattering my my bookshelf. My glass bookshelf. It was vibrating all the time. The whole house was vibrating, man. That loud they were listening to music. This was sick. But I was awake anyway, so I didn't mind. And somebody complained like at 3:30 or 4 a.m. So they stopped at that point, where I actually was gonna go to sleep then, so matched perfectly with the timing. Still, they really missed partying. What? Today I shall ruin beds for you. What? Beds are just shelves we put our body on when we don't need it. I actually really like the way it looked. Beds are just shelves. Huh. I don't agree. But yeah, if you think this way, it's fine for me too. I mean, I'm not wrong. You're not wrong. You're also not right, because if you think this way, more or less everything is a shelf. The table is a shelf. I mean, some tables even come with how do you say? Can't speak. What is the word for Schublade? I don't know. Yeah. So a table is nothing else than a shelf as well, right? The table is for sure a shelf. Why do we have different words for this furniture if everything's a shelf? So, anthracite. Let's do it. Where's my... there it is. Let's get rid of the tape. I need one glove. The table is for sure shelf. A drawer! Oh man, yeah, a drawer, thank you. I mean, I have tons of stuff on tables for storage. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I do. No, I don't store stuff at tables. But obviously all the stuff I'm needing right now is completely filling out my table because it's not that huge. But as soon as I'm done with the step, the table is more or less cleared out. So where's my anthracite? I think this is it, right? It's slightly darker than the other one. It's actually not. What the fuck? Did I use anthracite before and not the taupe? Oh shit, that was anthracite. God damn. My brain. Yeah, let's go with anthracite then. Now I already pushed it out. So let's get this one. The table's always a mess. Okay. I think it's no problem at all to make the first layer anthracite now. We can still go over the, how do you say, the brighter version afterwards. It's always good to have a dark background. The brighter colors will pop more in the end. Did you know there's thousands of songs about love, but only one about monster mashing? What is monster mashing? I have no idea what monster mashing is. So first layer, still gonna make sure that everything is filled up. That's the basic color. And also to make the brush strokes in the same direction always. There you go. What? The Monster Mash. Huh. So I know the song Monster Mash, but what is Monster Mashing? It's like a Halloween themed song, right? Is it like a dance or something? Is that a pig rickshaw? Yes. It is. I have at least as much merchandise t-shirts than I have like real shirts, real t-shirts, like the stuff I usually wear, like the goth themed stuff. I have way too many merchandise shirts. There must be at least like 30 merchandise shirts, and most of them are either Deadpool or Rick and Morty. Also, fun fact, we could just pretend to agree with flat earthers and literally nothing would happen. Same, lots of graphic teeth. So what are they trying to achieve then? Just to prove their point or what? I never got into that topic because it's just bullshit. I think I'm gonna stay for a while. Can't sit anymore. Not stay, I meant stand. My brain. I used to have a figurine of Rick holding up his middle fingers. It's from that episode where he tells Morty it means peace among worlds. Yeah, that's a great episode. Am I good here? Let's see. Okay, I think that works. I mean, they want to prove that the Earth is flat, but they can't because that's not how science works. So if we just agree and let them do their thing, they will find out that it's actually round by themselves. There was literally a documentary about this, where they tried to prove that the Earth is flat and accidentally proved that it's round. I think I saw clips about this on TikToks. Yeah. It's kind of hilarious, man. So even if, let's say, even if they have like one or two facts that could lead into a belief like this, even though it's obviously not. What would they do next if they convince themselves and some other people that the Earth is flat? What next? They're just done. The purpose is done. They convinced some people and themselves, and they're just gonna follow another hobby, or what is the next step then? They spent like $70,000 to buy equipment to prove it's flat, just to find out it's round. Who knows, really? Well, I guess not even they know what's the next step. I mean, what the fuck, man? I mean, the whole process is that they're trying to convince, and they won't stop before they do this. But what if they did? Like, at least in their friend zone or something, family, and everyone believes what they're saying. What next? Nothing. You just have to find another hobby then. I'm going to do some cardio now before I start my stream later. Yeah, do that, mate. So, I think I have to, even though we put out that much anthracite, I have to get the taupe out now. We're gonna have some sweaty Danny on stream. That is a secret, I'm always sweating. Oh my god, Danny. There you are, that's another color. Okay. Guess we need both brushes. What's the other one there? Where do we still too wet. Okay, better. Where do we stab? Yes, that works. Yeah. In my brain it does. Can't even see the different metallics here, but they will be visible with the second or third layer then. Knees, weeks, arm spaghetti, yeah. Don't vomit on your sweat, Danny. Oh my god. Oh, it doesn't hold. That works. Not sure. Do I keep this black? No. Gonna paint this taupe as well. Innovation at its finest, yeah. You gotta work with what you have. Make the most out of it. I think I'm gonna leave the rest black anyway. Need some black there. Are you using the big brush to smooth out the streaks? Yeah, at the moment I do. At least so they are facing in the same direction, more or less. But it's not gonna matter that much because first I'm gonna add at least 2 more layers. At least 2 more. And also I'm working with a sponge at the very end, and this is breaking all of the brush strokes at the end. But still, in my head it says you're gonna notice if you don't do it similar, or at least more or less similar before. Even though if you break it, all the structures, all the brush strokes with the sponge in the end. But I'm just a very, how do you say, a very lazy painter, because I want to be done with it as quick as possible. Most of the time I'm painting my props or whole armors within a day or two, which means actually a day or two, so like 10 to 20 hours. Now I'm only painting for what? 3 hours? So someone's at the door, I have to make another break real quick, sorry guys. See you in a few minutes. So this took longer than expected, sorry guys. But let's work on this a little bit more. Where did I leave off? We were starting to paint it with metallic taupe here. Just to get different shades of metal looking colors. This was already stiff, man. Damn. Okay. Oh wait. See? Now I'm confused. I did this in another direction here. There you go. Okay. What else? Clearly those two. These we're gonna do in metallic taupe as well. Also, I need to drill all these holes new after I'm done with priming resin and everything, so I get proper holes for the screws again. But even if I tear out a little bit of color around the edges, this is no problem at all. Since, as I said, it's gonna be covered by the screws. So let's just don't forget the edges. We're not gonna paint the background because it's gonna lay onto onto my skin, obviously. So I don't want to waste too much color. Like this, right? Always the same brush stroke there. Maybe go the other way around for this part, or no, let's stay how we started. So obviously these parts are super simple since it's only one color. They are fast. Okay. Good. Now, big boy, where do we go with this one? I really like the black parts there. I think we're gonna keep those. The second layer of the 7 here, and this underneath the green tube. What else? I think we're going with a taupe with a brighter one on the frames of these parts. Let's start here. I'm gonna need to work with those brushes here. Also make sure that we cut the edges right there on the sides. There you go. Lighting is kind of poor in here. Now that I'm painting stuff, I realize that maybe that's the next thing I'm gonna add in here. Better lighting. I mean, for streaming itself, with getting a little contrast and stuff with the ring light, it's okay. If you see what I mean. But I look too red in here. Also, the contrast on the builds itself, sometimes it's hard for me to see because the lighting is just too poor in here. I mean, it is usually just my private flat, so it's not like I ever needed better lighting in here. But now that I'm painting stuff, crafting stuff, I feel like I'm half blind. See what you mean, but it's not big of a deal for now. Yeah, for now it's okay. And I'm glad that you think this way. For you as a viewer, have to enjoy it as well. But I also mean, for me to be able to see the different colors and stuff, it's already a pain in the ass. Especially now that I'm working with almost, or maybe, let's say very similar colors. Two different shades of metallic. Kinda hard. Also, everything is dark still since it's a black background. That doesn't make it easier. For viewers at least, yeah, maybe get a lamp with white light so you can adjust it while you work. I actually have several of those standing on the side. Like three lights standing on the side ready. I mean, they are all working right now, but they're just not bright enough. Just don't have enough power. Really need something super light, super bright for this works. Okay. Let's cut this right here. Okay. It's looking more and more like I imagined it. So that's good. And obviously we're not gonna do much detailed cutting or painting here today. It needs to dry first, everything. Also, I have another stream going today. Gonna stream Resident Evil 6 later on Twitch on Corey Crow. If you'd like to join. But yeah, let's. We're not as bad with the timing. Also here we need to get these edges. Okay, good. So what else? These gonna stay black. These gonna stay black, black, black. Okay, these also. I think this is pretty good. Now let's try to get another layer of red in there. So you can, if anyone wants to watch later, that's the link to his Twitch. Oh, I think you can't add links, to be honest. I think Danny tried this already. Everywhere I'm streaming, there are like no Twitch, no links available. That's my bad. Really have to figure this out at some point. Yeah, I realized I posted the link, it doesn't show. Yeah, sorry. Let's get some red on there and then we're pretty good. Pretty good for, let's say, a short stream like this. We opened everything up, we were able to do the first layer, we did a new masking. Yeah, pretty neat. So let's get that red. Man, this is so tiny. Maybe you guys want even a little bit more close up there. There you go. Ara ara. Yeah. It's actually saying Arasaka, not Ara Ara. But ever since that that story on Instagram, which was Danny's fault. Everyone is like, oh, I can't unread it now. It always says aura aura. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it does. Oh my god. My DMs, man. Every time I'm posting something about the neck, it's like, oh yeah, it says aura aura. And I was like, no. It doesn't. Jesus, this is so tiny, man. Actually, those aren't even the tiniest details I did so far. The tiniest details I did so far were on Yoshimitsu. This was like almost the thickness of a needle, and I still am in awe how I did this, because I already have problems doing this one. How did I paint the needle thick details, man? I think I just saw better. Or had better lighting, I can tell. Probably better lighting. Because I did it in my actual workshop back then. Clearly need, this must be on. I need to add this on my to-do list. I clearly need to add more lighting, brighter lighting. Okay, I can actually see it now. Arasaka, oh, where are we? There you go, Arasaka. And the logo. Jesus, the brush. The brush is in the way! I've also used a pin for super tiny details. Oh, you applied paint to a pin. I never tried that. I mean, I have super... like brushes with like 10 hairs and stuff like this. But I never thought of adding paint to a needle or to a pin. That could actually work. Color's got a little thick there, but I don't mind a little texture. Especially on the logos here. Also, as I said, it's gonna break the texture as soon as I'm starting to apply paint with the sponge. It's gonna break the brush strokes, texture of the whole thing. It's gonna be perfect, at least in my brain. No, I'm using this technique a lot of times, and just for finishing it, it's pretty neat, because tiny bumps are gonna disappear that are just there from the thermoplastic itself, or from the, how do you say, from the resin, two-component resin that I don't put pressure on, so they automatically have a little tiny air bubbles, which I can't remove without pressure, without the right tools. So by adding paint with the sponge, I'm breaking all of this, which is pretty nice. Penny brushes sometimes have stray hairs, so sometimes the needle is good. Just don't add too much paint at a time, or it globs up. Yeah, I get where you're coming from, yeah. I never tried this, but I probably gonna at some point. I don't need it on this project now, but I try to keep it in mind for another try on another project. Okay, I think we're not that bad for the first time, for the first session of painting. Painted a lot of parts, I mean all of the parts. At least once. Every part has at least one layer down now. That was my camera. There you go. Got some stuff there. This is the very first layer though. Very first layer. So obviously if I'm taking away the mask, we have red from the robes, we have see-through green tubes which will stay see-through and green. Yeah, it's gonna pop. The colors really gonna pop there, the bright colors. I think it's gonna work. But yeah, these parts will actually stay black, I think, yeah. I need to paint this one more time black. I dipped it with the brush there. The contrast with the red is cool. And also the contrast with the green will be really nice. Also that my throat is covered with red robes like this, which is supposed to be wires. It's really gonna pop, even though you won't see skin on my throat, only the wires. I think this is gonna work. Okay. So I think we're gonna have another painting stream tomorrow actually. Let's try to finish this tomorrow. Not gonna stream video games tomorrow. Gonna have a break for one day. I streamed like every day this week. Probably gonna make a video game stream break tomorrow and finish painting this thing. Or at least make a second or third layer. Or probably finish it. Just so I'm only have to varnish it like on Monday. And after varnishing, we're gonna add all the screws back. There are actually around 100 screws on this build. Maybe you saw all the holes in there everywhere. All of these different shaped holes, there are tiny ones, medium and big ones. All kinds of screws on there. Gonna add them after varnishing again. Okay. I think I'm gonna end it here for today, but we're gonna be back for painting tomorrow, I think. So if you wanna come by tomorrow, if you don't, it's fine as well. But thank you very much for viewing anyway, for watching anyway. And I hope you enjoyed it. Okay. So thanks guys, and have a nice rest of the weekend if you don't show up tomorrow, and have a very nice Saturday, and we'll see you back tomorrow if you're willing to watch tomorrow as well. So thank you guys, and see ya.